Welcome to Three Geeks.
We fucking have theme music.
Yeah, we don't have theme music.
Welcome to the Three Geeks podcast. My name is Jason, joined by Max, Mike. Check out Mike at youtube.com/Mike McGTV. Dan, and somebody I'm so excited we have on this podcast. He married my wife and I. Max and I have known him and Mike have known him since we were in high school. I remember sitting in health class not knowing who this guy was, and he invited me to go to the movies with him. Mr. Ryan Fuzzy Hollowell. Say hi.
Hi, everybody.
Woo! I just want to take this minute to apologize for anything that Ryan may or may not say during the duration of this show.
I take this moment to retract that apology.
What's that?
I'm retracting your apology.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, don't put the pressure on me, guys.
How are you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing all right.
What kind of geek are you? Talk to our people.
Oh, let's see here. Let's see. I have a young child, so I don't actually get to go out and do anything or watch any sort of movies. They cost money, so I don't get to own any games. So we'll go science because I can read about that on the internet and then shout at it when I disagree.
Did you see the new Star Trek movie?
I did indeed get to go see the new Star Trek movie.
What'd you think?
I thought it was probably the closest of the three to actually Star Trek.
I agree. You liked it, though?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good, too. I think I'm going to go see it with my sister here pretty soon.
I want to see it again, too. The scene where they show the picture of the original cast, it brought a tear to my eye.
There's a scene where they show the picture of Philip.
Bill Ford, who cannot make it tonight. We wish him best at getting well soon, and you'll see a lot of Philip during this podcast. Philip does not like it when we show this picture.
Hey, Philip, show up and we won't show the picture.
Anyway, we hope Philip feels better, sincerely. But, Mike, you do anything fun this weekend?
Well, earlier today I did another chat cave with Max. We talked about the Suicide Squad movie. Yesterday really didn't do much, kind of relax, because I got a nice schedule this week. Got tomorrow off for Labor Day, and also I don't work on Tuesday, so I don't have to be back to work until Wednesday. So I'll find something to do, probably work on some videos, take some walks,
Nap.
watch Stranger Things for like the 15th time, maybe. We'll see.
Dan, you do anything fun?
Battlefield 1 beta came out this week, which was going to be video game news, but now it's not. Just go and play the damn game, because it's awesome, and you like it.
How about you, Max? Any fun encounters?
No fun encounters. I did watch the Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell on Netflix. It's a really, really fun show, so I'm probably going to write up a review on that here sometime soon-ish. And other than that, I watched some crappy anime with Dan. That was cool.
Yay.
Not too much going on this week.
Yeah, we were supposed to have a pajama party on the podcast. And
we are having a pajama party.
I'm the only one who showed up.
Hey, you're wearing pajamas, it's a party, pajama party.
But I watched the new Kickboxer remake this weekend, and we all know my thoughts on Jean-Claude Van Damme. I mean, I don't need to get into that too much right now. But I have to say, up until Van Damme showed up, like, nobody in this movie was trying to do anything. And, like, Van Damme really wanted to be good in this movie. Like, it's the most I've seen him do martial arts probably since the first Kickboxer movie. Like, the dude was really trying, and he was up there. So if you want to see Van Damme kind of up to his prime, watch Kickboxer. If you want to see a good movie, don't watch Kickboxer. If you want to see a movie with stellar acting, don't watch Kickboxer, because, again, Van Damme is the best actor in this movie, and we all know that that's not a strong
This
sell.
applies to all kickboxers. Just see, like, kickboxers movies.
No, it's true. I'm just saying.
This
Yeah.
is probably better than the Kickboxer sequels, though.
With Cody from Step by Step, those
Yeah.
are guilty pleasures.
Okay.
What's that guy's name?
Sasha Mitchell.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Sasha Mitchell.
But yeah, so that happened, and then I watched Popstar Never Stopping. It's, oh my god, that is good. It was funny. I was laughing so hard. I think I gave my wife whiplash because she was laying on me, and I just kept laughing, and her head was all over the place. But yeah, very funny. Mike, you saw that too, right?
Yeah, for a while it was on one of my top 10 favorites of the year. pretty low there. But I mean, it was I like it. It feels like a good Jesus. Feels like a good successor to.
No ads for this video.
I don't have any singles, Jason.
I got a couple.
There you go. But yeah, it feels like a good successor to Spinal Tap.
Yeah, it was. It was really funny, and Andy Samberg and those guys need to do more together. I feel that none of them have really hit by themselves, even though Samberg's really the only one hitting by himself. I guess Brooklyn Nine-Nine, dude, get that dollar out of my pants, has been pretty good. I don't even know where we're going with this anymore. I've completely lost. But speaking of Stranger Things, it just got renewed. Oh, hold on. Speaking of, sorry. The 23rd of August, we missed this. It was our 2-year anniversary of doing the podcast. So I just want to send a quick shout out to that. And I listened to our first episode today. We were really bad.
You were awesome. Shut up.
And then I listened to our 7th episode, which featured the first appearance of Mr. Mike over there. And again, I think
fucking amazing.
Mike was really good in the video. Max was okay. Me and Philip were still trying to find our voices, and our review of Star Wars Episode 1 was kind of a train wreck because I don't think any of us really liked anything about that movie.
I think that was awesome.
And it was fun. It was fun to listen to Max talk about how bad Deadpool was going to be.
And I've never been more happy to be wrong.
So that happened. Anyway, Stranger Things. What's that?
Pregnancy scare.
Touche, Seth. Touche.
Haven't you ever pregnancy scare?
Yeah, I've had like 3 of them. It's terrible.
We should do a horror movie about that.
And I wouldn't want to watch it though. It's too real. You know what I'm saying? Like.
That's what makes it so good.
I mean, they'd probably do well, but I couldn't do it. It's just
You gotta have the horror cues come in on time.
yeah, that is exactly my worst nightmare.
Oh, we got to pull
the
up
cat
our.
flies through the window for some reason.
The Scare coming 2018. Get it? See what I did there?
In the trailer is just somebody going, "Honey,
we need
Honey."
to talk.
I know there's a Plan B joke in there somewhere.
So far, they have not dropped us as sponsors, so tonight's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Go to www.audibletrial.com/3geeks for all of your audiobook needs. And we go to Mr. George Takei to tell us some more about Audible.
Oh, I'm on this podcast. Okay. Wonderful stories being told over at audible.com. I think I've narrated a few books there. I'm sure your other favorite castmates from the original Gene Roddenberry Star Trek have narrated some classics. Yes, a very good site. It's not my plan B, it's my plan A. To tie it back into the pregnancy scares.
At least you don't have to worry about that, George. But, so yeah, it was announced that... sorry, we got notes from our producer. It was funny. Anyway, it was announced that Stranger Things Season 2 is happening. Mike, you're on your, 10th view of Stranger Things? Your thoughts on the second season coming?
I'm excited. This was the best show I saw all summer. I'm glad I saw it in the summertime. And I'm glad it's only a short amount of time, like 8 episodes, because there was a lot of stuff going on in just 8 episodes, but it was well worth it. Just hit me in all the right ways, and I can't wait to see more. I'm glad I think they have an extra episode added onto the season, so there's going to be 9 episodes. And I think in the teaser, all the little phrases and words that they dropped in the teaser are supposed to be the episode titles. So it's got me curious as to what the arc is going to be for next season. The first one's called Mad Max, so I don't know if that's referring to Mad Max or referring to R Max.
That threw me off too when I was watching it. I was like, "Are we watching the wrong trailer right now?"
Now they're just like, forget the homage to 80s stuff. Now they're just telling us about it. But yeah, I can't wait.
Dan?
Yeah, I love Stranger Things. I haven't seen it as many times as Mike has. Yeah, I can't wait for season 2.
Ryan, did you watch Stranger Things?
No, I have not seen Stranger Things.
You need to watch Stranger Things.
I know, but there's a lot of stuff in the back catalog.
I know, right? I'm right there with you. Max?
No, I haven't watched Stranger Things. I've heard like nothing but good things about it though. So.
Mm-hmm. I heard some of the kids got cast in the new It remake.
Oh yeah, sure not gonna watch that.
Oh, I can't wait to watch it. We're gonna have you cover it for 3 Geeks.
It's gonna be a really short episode, I'll tell you that much. Hey, I didn't watch this movie, so on to Batman.
Speaking of Batman, watch Mike and Max talk about Batman today on To the Chat Cave. Like that, like what I did right there. Let's go into some Star Wars news. General Admiral Thrawn makes his present felt in new promo for Star Wars Rebels. Now, as somebody who doesn't know anything about Thrawn, nor have I ever seen Rebels, watching this trailer, though, made me want to watch Rebels. That is probably the highest compliment I can... Like Brian said, there's a lot of stuff in the back catalog for TV, but after watching this promo, as somebody who's also not really the biggest Star Wars guy either, I am excited to jump on to Rebels and see what they got in store for Season 3. Max?
Yeah, with Star Wars Rebels, I haven't watched any of Season 2. I've heard good things about it, but I haven't gotten around to that one yet. But I love the books when they came out, or, you know, the first few books that came out that were actually good. But no, Grand Admiral Thrawn is one of the greatest villains in the books, and it seems like they're doing him justice. All the stuff he's talking about like learning your enemy and destroying them, you know, like one piece at a time. That's classic Grand Admiral Thrawn. They might have actually ripped that directly out of the books. So I'm excited. That might actually get me watching Star Wars Rebels. Yeah, there's like 2 good episodes in the first season, and that was about it. They were really, really good. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm hopeful. It looks good. Dan, how do you feel about Grand Admiral Thrawn?
I haven't watched any of Rebels, nor have I read those books. But sure, why the hell not? I will look forward to not watching Grand General Admiral Thrawn guy. Whatever. Mike.
I remember way back when reading, that first set of books by Zahn and enjoying them for what they were. Yeah, I remember Thrawn being kind of a fun new villain to get invested in, and cool. I haven't watched any of this show, but I hope they do the character well, and let me know when they bring in what's-her-face, Mara Jade.
I don't know if they're gonna.
Right.
I don't know if they're gonna touch her though.
I'm not familiar with the source material nor the show.
But yeah, Mara Jade.
Kind of a geek are you?
Since this all ties in with the movies, I don't know if they're gonna bring her in. Like that'd be weird if they brought her in. Just because all the Luke stuff.
Cool.
Philip is just hanging out on Max's shoulder.
Hi, everybody.
Some tragic news happened this week. We lost Gene Wilder, comedic actor, legend. Mike, I'm gonna let you kick this one off.
Oh, I'm not the go-to guy for obituaries anymore.
Yeah, you gotta go last.
For eulogies.
Yeah, hold on. No. The eulogizer. Please just wait until we get through with our crap, so we don't sound bad after you.
All right.
Dan.
Yeah, Gene Wilder was awesome. And he was awesome in that comedian doesn't really cover how great he was at emoting and just playing the varied parts that he did. I love Young Frankenstein. I love Willy Wonka. It's sad, but at least he left us with all this great stuff to watch. I mean, even the bad ones with Richard Pryor were still pretty good because they had Gene Wilder in them. So, yeah.
Ozzy?
Oh yes, I agree. I'm very much a big fan of Mr. Wilder. Growing up, we didn't get to have like cable when I was growing up, so it was usually, what was it? It was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory that would come on, and then for like 3 years, Like every afternoon on like a Sunday, they would show See No Evil, Hear No Evil.
Okay, yeah.
Which, as we all know, is probably one of the more subpar. But I mean, I was always excited. Oh, good! This is a good movie. And then I later learned when I grew up that if you watch that movie for real, there actually is nudity in it. And I thought that was pretty stellar as well. Just, when you watch something, you find something really cool about it.
And quite a bit of swearing.
Quite a bit of swearing as well. But I mean, it really did just that dynamic with him and Richard Pryor kind of led us to where we are today with our Max and Jay show. It brought down that wall. And I do want to say, as one one Jew to another, Mr. Wilder, Bio con Diaz.
Max?
No, I love Gene Wilder is like Dan is saying. He kind of puts it past comedian, where he's just solid in everything he did. And it's like, this is my shooting hand. No, I really enjoy his movies. He obviously hasn't done any movies in a while, but that it's everyone's got to go at some point in time, I guess. And unfortunately, it was his time. But all of his work will be remembered, for the greatness that it is. All right, Jason, did you have anything to say about Gene Wilder?
Yeah, I do want to say something. I was watching Gene Wilder on Conan, I think it was in the 90s, early 2000s, and he was talking about how when him and Pryor first showed up for set for their first movie, Stir Crazy, he's like, me and Pryor never had a relationship offset, and it just never translated very well. He compared their relationship to a sexual attraction where they just kind of get each other. He's like, we're making this movie, and then just out of nowhere, at the same time, we both start humming the same song during the scene because it went along with the scene really well. It's just out of nowhere at the same time. He's like, we didn't miss a beat. We just both kicked in, and he's like, afterwards, I asked Pryor, like, did you know you were gonna do that? He's like, no. Did you? And he's like, no. And he's like, we just really got each other. And Willy Wonka, like they said, that movie, we used to watch it all the time. I did think it was weird that the grandparents slept in the same bed like that. But something that never translated into the Johnny Depp version of the movie was Willy Wonka, the way Gene Wilder portrayed him, was he got the creepiness in there, but he also got the heart, and there's a lot more charisma. It was just very well done, and he is definitely a talent that is going to be missed in Hollywood. I mean, 2016 is really just all over the place. Mike?
Yeah, I mean,
Make us cry.
Okay, it's sad to see him go, but at the same time, he was having complications due to Alzheimer's and so forth. So I'm glad that at least his suffering, whatever he was experiencing, has now come to an end. And again, what Dan mentioned about leaving behind a legacy and a huge body of work that we're going to be able to cherish and look back on, which I actually did a little bit of earlier last week when I heard the news, as I revisited a little Young Frankenstein and a little bit of the producers. I didn't make it to Blazing Saddles.
It's Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah. As Frankenstein. You're putting me on. No. Did they also say Froderick? No, it's Frederick. Why isn't it Frederick Frankenstein? Anyways, here's the thing. Before I'd ever even seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I knew exactly who Gene Wilder was, like around age 8 or 9, because my parents showed me Young Frankenstein at that age. And when I moved on to the Chocolate Factory, I was like, oh my gosh, it's the same guy. And it's amazing like how much of his comedic timing and sensibilities could translate over from a pretty funny but juvenile comedy like Young Frankenstein that's done with a good heart to a children's movie, and just how much he's able to access both styles and worlds. But yeah, just this huge body of work that I can't wait to revisit again and again. Also, a lot of stuff he did outside of acting, and he did a little writing and directing as well. His third wife, Gilda Radner, passed away due to, I think it was ovarian cancer, and so he funneled a lot of his resources into raising awareness and research for that as well. And so just an all-around great human being. And actually, what I touched upon last week when he first passed was listening to Mel Brooks talk to Jimmy Fallon about really missing him. And yep, it's been a rough year for losing a lot of people we enjoy from our childhood, but thank you nonetheless, Mr. Wilder, for sending us off with pure imagination.
Very well done, Mike.
It's all right, buddy. It's okay.
So I took away from that Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor are each other's F's and F, Marry, Kill.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess so.
All right, good.
So, Jason?
I don't even know where to go from there.
Next topic, maybe?
All right. I guess so that instead of making more Terminator sequels that nobody cares about, even though I'm like one of the only people that like Terminator Genesis, they have decided let's just go back and re-release the movies people liked. So next year we're getting a re-release of Terminator 2 in 3D. I mean, this is barely news, but we're going to talk about it anyway because at least they've stopped making sequels for now, right, Max?
No, they're taking a page out of video games books, and they're just going to remaster a game that everybody loved, and just throw it back out there. They're going to make you pay the same price, and they're like, oh, now it's in 3D. So yeah, it's going to be all right, I suppose. I hope. And yeah, I might go see this. Terminator 2 is obviously the best Terminator movie. I don't know. I guess it's arguable versus 1 and 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Terminator 2 is just a lot of fun, and yeah, I mean, I'll probably go check that out. But yeah, it seems to me like they're just out of ideas and tired of people telling them that they're shitty. Ryan, how do you feel about Terminator 2 coming back?
I do love me some Terminator 2. I do agree that it does seem like the idea is to really something that somebody already likes. So I'm looking forward to the digital copy, the Blu-ray copy, the anniversary Blu-ray copy, the one that's bundled with Avatar.
Don't forget about 4K Blu-ray.
Yes.
I think they probably might bust out the HD DVD version, so they can get that market as well.
The special James Cameron collection version.
Yeah. And then maybe they can do a puppet version. I think
that would be actually kind of cool.
I'm Sarah Connor.
Like the Sesame Street Terminator movie.
And they can use like some silvery gack for
Yeah, or the version of this where they re-release it with the original version of T2 plus the extended version of T2, and they put them all on the same disc after they make you buy them all separately. Because we got new Star Wars coming out this year too. We'll talk about that later. Dan, your thoughts on T2 coming back to theaters?
Are they going to like change parts of it and add like CGI?
Oh yeah, I hope they Lucas the shit out of this.
That would be interesting. I'm not going to say it's going to be good. Yeah, I mean, at least re-release the ones that made money, like that people thought were good. I mean, I guess, I don't know, make some money, make that Avatar 2.
Yeah, Dan, at some point in time, there's going to be like an alien and a robot that park themselves right in front of the shot.
Yeah.
And they just sit there for 5 minutes.
Yeah. And the Terminator, like, he accidentally sends himself to, like, a planet full of blue people. They're just all just, like, hanging out for a while. And he's like, well, got to go.
I'll be back.
Then you get the epilogue where he goes back. Yeah, it's nice. I like this idea. All right. Mike?
Mike? Sorry.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Whatever keeps them from making more sequels, whatever keeps James Cameron from stopping to talk about Avatar stuff that he apparently will have done by 2050, that's fine. I've always said this franchise should have been done at Terminator 2 because it really can't get any better than that, and it didn't. So really, here's what I want them to bring back. Wasn't there like a Universal Studios 3D ride that they did with Terminator 2?
Yes.
They should put that in theaters. Make it a 4D experience with the moving seats or whatever you did in that ride, and I'd go to that. I have Terminator 2. I can watch that anytime I want. Give me
In
Terminator
3D?
the ride in 3D. I don't give a shit about the 3D. Terminator the ride in 3D though, hell yeah.
I agree. I add some scenes to it. I just want to see John Connor go no.
Yeah, because that's what I want to see is Nebish Edward Furlong in 3D.
He's gonna turn all the humans into avatars.
So I'm not the only one who would be excited about seeing, in its prime, Arnold Schwarzenegger in 3D.
Oh yeah, the rippling muscles of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I just want him to hug me. I feel safe.
Hug me if you want to live.
And that's stellar. I can't wait to see that very modern, Virtual Boy looking vision he has. Like, so futuristic.
Oh man, I can just see Ted 3. Hug me if you want to live.
Come with me if you want to live. Oh, Jesus. Jon Favreau is set to reprise his role as Happy Hogan in Spider-Man. So instead of making a sequel to Iron Man, they're just going to keep sequelifying all of the other Marvel movies as Iron Man, which I'm completely okay with. And Jon Favreau's awesome in these movies, and yeah, keep him involved. The guy started the whole thing, so I'm glad that he's coming back. Max?
I wish Jon Favreau would reprise his role as the director of fucking Iron Man movies because he made the only good one.
But he also made your least favorite movie out of all of them.
What?
Iron Man 2.
Jon Favreau didn't make it. Did he make Iron Man 2?
Yeah, he did.
I thought it was a different director.
No, it was Jon Favreau.
Your logic eats itself.
Oh yeah, well, no, I'm just fucking wrong then. Fucking Happy Hogan's fine. Dan?
Who?
The chauffeur in the Iron Man movies.
Oh.
Jon Favreau.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. I don't really have an opinion on this one, so it's fine. Whatever. Just make a good movie.
Yeah.
Being a chauffeur, I guess. Doing
Ryan,
something.
What are you doing to Philip over there?
I'm hitting a little
You're
button,
ripping
too.
off his head.
I'm hitting a
Philip's
little
head
button.
keeps landing in your lap.
There's nothing wrong with it, Philip age 12. No, 11. What?
What do you think about the
that.
chauffeur guy?
I think that it is a smart idea because I feel like contractually you're only obligated to do a certain number of sequels. If they bring you into the other ones, they don't eat those up.
Good business plan.
Okay.
Mike?
I agree. It's like, yeah, it's a great way to get a lot of money for very little work. Just get absorbed into other people's franchises, as it were. I'm calling it right now. This movie's called Spider-Man Homecoming. He's going to be Peter Parker's limo driver to Homecoming, and Tony Stark is still going to be Marissa Tomei's date, or chaperone date, or whatever. I'm calling that right now.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to happen.
Dude, I would be Aunt May. This new Aunt May, I'd be her date.
I know, Marissa Tomei
yeah.
is hot as fuck. I'm not sad about Marissa Tomei. I just think it's kind of lame if you're having freaking Tony Stark at somebody's homecoming party.
It's a Disney movie and a Sony movie, so it's going to be doubly stupid.
I mean, you're not getting Iron Man. You're getting Tony Stark. He's gonna spike the punch and then drink it all.
So does that mean?
If Tony Stark spikes the punch, I'm down for this movie.
So will the after the credit scene be like, Spider-Man coming home and seeing Spider-Man in bed with his
Tony
aunt
Stark in bed. Yeah.
and his teacher?
And it just he has this
Call
look
me
on
Iron
his face.
Man.
Yeah. He's got this look on his face. He's like, "Oh my God!" The credit hits. Spider-Man Homecoming.
There's no post-credit scene after this one, kids.
The post credits just them all smoking. He comes back in. He's like, "Oh!" And he walks back out again.
No.
The post-credit is Tony Stark walking out of the apartment, being like, "I'll call you." He looks over to Jon Favreau. He's like, "I'm not gonna call her."
No. Like Dan said, you show them in the room together, and then you pan to the corner, and you see Stan Lee, and he goes, "Excelsior."
Standing in the corner, just cranking it like Excelsior.
Oh man!
happy.
Well, now-
I'm on Plan B.
Oh no, Stanley can be filming it also. He'll be like filming it and just going to town on himself.
Well,
God.
tonight's podcast was brought to you by Audible.com.
Now I kind of hope Stan Lee dies pretty soon so he doesn't have to film that.
Oh,
I love you, Stan, but I don't want to see you jerking off in the corner watching Tony Stark and not me.
For some reason, that scene took 85 takes.
Stan insisted.
He wanted to get it right.
I want to get it right. I feel we got something gold here.
would that
What's he
prove
on?
that he's the Watcher then?
No, he's not the watcher. He's the filmer.
I just want
Oh.
to take this time to thank YouTube for the little bit of ad revenue that our podcast has brought in.
Oh, man. Excelsior!
That changes the meaning of the name of the movie a little
It just
bit.
covers the room in
Oh my god. Yes, absolutely. Why are we writing Marvel?
Hold on, before they call and cancel it, I just want to say tonight's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Go to audibletrial.com/3geeks. Max, tell them about Audible.
All right, so Audible's cool if you are fat and lazy like myself. You don't like, if you got some sort of aversion or allergy to books. If you can't read, if you don't have arms. Get someone to go to Audible and download these books for you so you can hear them. Who else, Dan?
I don't know. I was actually thinking with the don't have arms thing, you could just like use your face. that's what my brain was stuck on.
All right, well, check out audible.com. They've got over 180,000 possible titles for you to choose from, and it's all kinds of good stuff.
Thank you, Max.
You're welcome.
That was a nice break. But, you know, our in-credit scene for Spider-Man certainly does change the meaning of the name Homecoming a little bit, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. And Excelsior.
Oh, sure. Anyway, we are going to talk about the summer movie season that was upon us, and it fucking sucked. Let's just call a spade a spade. We got a few good movies, but we had a lot of really bad films this summer. And, yeah,
List up.
I will pull it up here in a minute again, but I'm going to let Fuzzy take this one first. What movies did you see this summer? What did you like? What did you hate?
So actually, when did summer start?
Technically with
June.
Civil War.
Okay, so I saw that one. I saw Ghostbusters. I saw Star Trek.
What did you think of Ghostbusters?
I like Ghostbusters. It was amusing.
Mhm.
Let's see here. What did I see? Any other movies? I saw Inside Out.
That was last year.
I'm talking about what I saw. Let's see here. I saw A Bug's Life 8 times this weekend.
Oh, I'm so glad I don't have kids.
I'll live alone and masturbate.
Oh.
I will.
Yeah, I think that might be all the movies I've seen.
No, Philip.
So I guess that could be lucky because those are I enjoyed those very much and didn't have to watch any movies that were stupid.
Did anybody actually go watch Independence Day 2?
No.
No.
I saw Suicide Squad, the movie that Will Smith did instead of Independence Day.
Yes. The good choice.
It was a good choice.
Positive life decision.
So I bet he's thanking Roland Emmerich for not putting Jaden in Independence Day because he may have been stuck with that film. Philip, what was your favorite movie this summer?
I liked nothing. I haven't seen anything on Philip, and I'm a big dumb.
Philip saw more movies probably the rest of us.
Like you sound like Tully.
So high right now.
Max?
Oh, is it on me now?
Sure.
Okay, sure. Let's see here. Wait, can you go back to that little list you had, or did you take that down?
I have it right here. I mean, it's not really a good list.
Civil War was good. X-Men Apocalypse I did eventually end up
Oh.
seeing, and it was terrible. I saw the Warcraft movie, and that was
Yeah.
fucking awful. But it was so bad it was at least enjoyable at the time. I saw Star Trek, which I liked a lot. I thought that was I actually did agree that was like the best one that they've made so far. Let's see, what else did I see? I thought I saw a bunch of stuff, but I'm
We
not.
did, we
Or
saw
Suicide
that-
Squad I saw, and that was okay.
We saw that movie with the 2 cops.
Oh yes, freaking with Russell Crowe and
Yeah.
what's his face? What's that called?
Uh,
From the Lethal Weapon guy.
The new guys. No.
yeah.
No.
The Nice Guys.
Nice Guys.
Nice Guys. Yeah, I really like that one too.
We saw the one with the bunny.
The one with the bunny, the
Yeah,
Fatal
yeah.
Attraction.
No. One wants to be a cop. Zootopia.
Oh yes, Zootopia I thought was the best freaking animated film of the year. That movie is just it oozes happiness. It's awesome. So yeah, and I thought there was a lot of good movies this summer.
Thank you.
My favorite movie this summer, and probably of the year, was Star Trek Beyond. I really like that movie, so much so that it's the only one I've seen more than twice. I saw it 3 times now. I really want to see it again. I'm looking forward to it. It's my favorite of the new Star Trek movies, and probably my 2nd or 3rd favorite of all the Star Trek films. Civil War was a lot of fun. I really liked what they did with Spider-Man, and just the whole... That movie was put together very, very well, and I really liked it. I like Secret Life of Pets. I know not a lot of people did, but I thought, what's the dude's name? Kevin Hart as the bunny, the little white bunny. I thought that was really funny. Suicide Squad, I mildly enjoyed it the first time. The second time I saw it, I had Max screaming in my ear through the entire film.
Quit saying it like that. I
It's
was
true.
not there.
You weren't
screaming
there,
in your ear.
but your fucking rants from the week that I had to hear over and over again was playing in my head. So the whole end of the movie, I could just hear Max saying, "Why is Harley Quinn there? Why is she there? Why is she there? What's her baseball bat gonna do?"
That's just your his little angel on his shoulder.
Yeah, there you go. Max was my little angel on my
I know,
shoulder.
You say it like I was in the movie theater screaming at you the whole time.
It was like you were there. It really was.
Max too.
What else came out? Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping. I mentioned that at the beginning of the show. I really like that movie. I'm on the other side of Max as far as X-Men goes. It's not my favorite of the X-Men films, but I enjoyed it good enough. What else came out?
All right, let's see here. We got Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising.
Oh, I liked that movie.
The
It's
Angry
just the
Birds
same
movie?
movie again. Not seen that.
Money Monster.
Not seen it.
What about Alice Through the Looking Glass? Anybody?
Nope.
No?
Anybody care?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shed.
Oh, I love that movie. That movie made me really happy.
The Conjuring 2.
You're taking all Mike's choices.
I'm just saying movies that came out. Mike?
Okay. Well, you didn't take all my choice, Max, because I haven't actually seen Conjuring 2 yet. Yeah, in terms of summer movies, there was a couple that I really enjoyed. Again, yeah, started out with Civil War for the summer, and that was a lot of fun. Star Trek, definitely. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I agree with Ryan that so far it's the best representation of Trek in these new films, I feel, so that's cool. Yeah, The Nice Guys, really enjoyed that one. I really got the chance to catch up with a lot of on-demand stuff or stuff that didn't get a wide release. I was talking about it a little bit earlier before we started the podcast. I saw this movie, The Neon Demon, originally from the director of Drive with Ryan Gosling. And so it's really a cool, interesting movie. It's weird. You're either along with the ride for it or not. And if you're not, I totally understand that this wouldn't be a type of movie you'd enjoy, but I enjoyed it a lot. Saw The Witch. That was pretty cool. Green Room with Anton Yelchin in it and Patrick Stewart. A lot of the summer stuff really was kind of middling for me. The only one I really didn't enjoy at all that I saw in theaters was Warcraft. I thought that was... The first 5 minutes are a great short film, and then from there on in it gets really stupid and annoying, so I wasn't really a fan of that one. But yeah, I'm kind of wondering what fall and winter have in store for us, because that's awards season, so I wonder what pretentious bullshit comes out then.
We saw Jason Bourne. Were you there? Jason?
No.
No, okay, yeah, I went and saw Jason Bourne. That movie was mediocre at best.
Yeah, I'll pass.
I heard it was you said it was a remake of Bourne Supremacy, pretty much, right?
Yeah, it's basically the second Jason Bourne movie all over again. Like pretty much like Julia Stiles gets killed in the first 5 minutes, like his girlfriend got killed.
Spoiler alert!
Whatever, fuck that movie. Fucking.
I thought she was dead already. That's how much I paid attention.
Yeah, see, there you go. Spoilers: Julia Stiles is alive to get killed in this movie. Yeah, no, it was pretty much beat for beat, like the same thing. And I like how there's always some other like head of some other part of the CIA or whatever that's doing crazy stuff. There's always a new guy. Like they never actually get the hierarchy of people that they need to take out. You know,
It's Hydra, man. It's Hydra. This is in the Marvel Universe. Cut one head off, 2 more grow.
Yes, absolutely. Ice Age Collision Course happened this summer.
I have a couple comments real quick. Tatiana
Swain.
Hollowell Swain. She would like, I'm assuming Ryan to show her his boobs.
Yeah.
And then she also says the lack of boobs in this episode is very disturbing. Or disappointing, sorry.
At this point, we got to please the fans because you've already lost your ad revenue.
Disturbed.
So.
I'm pretty sure that's my wife. I'm the one that gets to please her.
Our buddy Domo Batman writes, I remember, talking about Gene Wilder, I remember one of his last TV episodes was Will and Grace.
Will and Grace, yeah.
Did not like the show so much, but his craziness came out in full. Rest in peace. And then Tatiana also writes, Avatar, all else is nothing, but white noise, Terminator is a snore.
I don't think you've ever seen Terminator 2, Mrs. Swain Hollowell.
You are wrong, good lady.
Terminator 2 is awesome. I do
do
like the Blue People movie as well.
The Blue People movie.
Legend of Tarzan came out this summer. Yeah, we saw that one.
Actually,
Margot
I
Robbie.
heard it was decent.
It got a 36 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
The Purge election year.
I heard that was decent.
I liked The Purge 2. I thought that was actually pretty fun.
I hate those movies.
Well, the first one is just god-awful, but the second one's just like a dude. It's like the Punisher, pretty much. He just runs through town like murking people. You know?
I'd use a brick.
Yeah, that sounds good. I like it.
Sausage Party, did I say that already?
I don't know.
Oh, well, that came out.
No, it's
I
actually
actually-
list.
I
Anyone
haven't
see
seen it
Sausage
yet.
Party?
I have
I wanna
not.
see
I
it.
want to see it so bad.
I haven't, yeah.
I have to wait until we don't have kids, so Liz and I can go.
So in 18 years, you'll see Sausage Party.
It's only like 12 years now.
No, I think we're kidless Friday, so I think it's on the docket to go Friday night. Ryan, do you want to show anybody your boobs?
They did that already.
He did already.
But he
Oh,
didn't-
here we go
He
again.
didn't do it on camera.
Woo, look at that. I mean,
There you
look
go,
at this
dear.
fine specimen of man breast.
I made it myself out of food.
Now you're just doing that so he can,
Basically happens.
now Ryan's just doing that so he can get his single back from Jason.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have it. Max took it back.
I gave it back. I didn't get my show.
Yeah, for real. Demanded a refund.
Ryan, you've been really, like, calm. You got anything to, like, say or do? Just put him on the
Dance
spot.
monkey.
For real, like, put a dude on the spot like that. Fuck.
Well, let's think about it.
Well, I guess that's our show for tonight.
I don't get to talk about movies?
Oh, sorry.
What the hell? Jesus, people.
That's a dick move.
Yeah.
I thought. I'm
That's
sorry,
our
Dan.
show. Scream in over
Dan,
here.
I sincerely apologize, my friend.
No, I don't really see that much. I saw Civil War. I would argue that Star Trek, while maybe being the best like example of the Roddenberry thing, isn't my favorite of the newer Star Trek ones.
Nobody's perfect.
It's 2. I like.
You like the one that everyone like hates with a passion.
Yeah, I know. I don't give a shit. Yeah, Warcraft, while being god awful in the theater, that's like a Sunday afternoon movie to watch. Like maybe like bookended by that Uwe Boll
No.
other flick with the guy with the sword. They made
In the
two
Name of the
sequels.
King?
Yes. Yes,
With
in the
King
name
Burt
of the
Reynolds?
and
Oh God.
You know, you just put those on, and then you go outside and mow the lawn.
Yeah.
Um,
I remember it was King Burt Reynolds and his son, Jason Statham.
yes. And
That
that really,
makes sense.
really
I am gonna go
kid
watch
with
those
the
movies
crown
now.
on.
I'm sold.
I'm sold.
Didn't that have Meatloaf in it?
Oh God.
Probably.
No, that was probably. It had Ray Liotta as a sorcerer who laughs a lot.
Was he like
Yeah.
pistol whipping people? That would be cool. I'd be down for that.
Nah, he made out with Lily Sobieski. I remember that much. That's fucking
alive?
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's still alive? Is that what's
I haven't seen her in a movie since that.
She's younger than we are, I think.
So many
The
people
Glass
have
House.
died in 2016. Why, God? Why does Gene Wilder have to go and Lily Sobieski still lives?
That sounds like a fun game. Is this person still alive?
The last movie I've seen her in was The Glass House.
Yep.
You just spin the needle and it goes through everything. It's like you got to call if they're alive or not.
And if they are, you have to kill them.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
the Purge was born. Oh, it's the Deadpool actually. Anyway, yeah, Zootopia was great. The Nice Guys was all right.
I thought it was really funny.
Yeah. I didn't see anything horribly wrong with it, but I didn't see it as great. Yeah, that's about it, honestly. I don't get out much. Yeah. Okay, now you can end the podcast.
I'm sorry, I got two more news stories. Domo Batman has just brought one to my attention that the filming for Mission Impossible 6 has just been halted due to the rumor is Tom Cruise wanting a pay increase. Tom Cruise.
Doesn't he produce those movies?
Yeah, but there's still a studio back.
I will pay myself more.
Yeah, like I don't know. Fuck, Tom Cruise
Isn't he
gotta
like
have
a-
enough money to.
At this point, isn't he like a huge insurance risk because he insists on doing all those batshit stunts? So it's like, oy. He might as well get paid more.
I mean, yeah, he's the reason those movies are what they are. So give the guy some money.
I mean, they're
No.
basically him running away from explosions. I mean,
Yeah, like we don't need another Mission Impossible. Like it's okay. I'd tell you what, fucking, if I was a studio, I would just dock him. I'd be like, no, now you're only getting $1 million. How about that? And then he'd be like, well, you're not making the movie. You'd be like, damn, we don't get to make the movie.
They want to make the movie, just like they want to
Yeah.
make Transformers movies, which we'll get to that in a second. It makes hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, I mean,
They're gonna freaking throw Tom Cruise out of an airplane if it makes that money.
With no parachute.
Fight!
so like, what's 5 movies? So we got fucking James Bond, we got Mission Impossible, and we
Jason
got,
Bourne.
Kingsman.
and the
now.
Kingsman is on the list now.
Yeah.
All right. The Kingsman was a lot of fun, but they were making fun of.
Yeah.
But yeah, out of like the Bond or Mission Impossible, Jason Bourne movies, I don't think I want to see a sequel to any of them.
No.
I think they should just stop.
No, because
I mean, maybe the Bond films.
they made James Bond sad and boring. I don't.
I'll take Mission Impossible over Bourne. That's for sure, because I can't tell what's going on in Bourne half the time because they won't hold the camera still.
Fair enough.
And it's just full of people just doing shit on computers that I could not care about.
Yeah, I think Matt Damon had like 7 lines in this last Bourne movie.
Apparently, you guys have not seen the Penguins of Madagascar movie
Oh.
because that had probably the greatest Bond villain I've ever seen. John Malkovich as an octopus. That man put the showmanship back into Bond villains. If you have a chance, go and watch that.
The Penguins of Madagascar.
The Madagascar movie.
Otherwise known as
You
Octopus.
hear that, Tom Cruise?
And as for Tom Cruise, what you need to do is just say, we'll pay you more, but we're going to take away one of the 2 inches on the boxes that you stand on.
Pay him more, but give it to the Church of Scientology instead.
Yeah, because they need more money.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
No, I think they should just take away the boxes altogether. It's like, okay, we can give you this money, but that was the money we spent on the boxes to stand on.
Because they're solid gold, damn it.
And the extra insurance for the boxes.
Yes.
An adjuster, I'm sure, comes by and says, how tall is that? Because we're going to add some zeros. If he falls, we have to pay for his feet.
Yep.
Oh, and they just like slowly cut him down, like
a plane every day. So he
Just
Like
just
industrial
with a box cutter.
He's short.
But yeah, that would be good. It just gets shorter and shorter.
And
as it goes
somebody
along, I
just
think.
got that. Good job.
I think that they should do a movie like that. Maybe not Mission Impossible, but they should get Tom Cruise. Let him wear his freaking 12-inch platform heels like he normally does, but then give him like 10-inch heels and then 8-inch heels,
Yeah.
and then he can only stand on the
No,
Everybody
Max,
else seems like they're growing.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
here's what they should do. It's like, you remember Edge of Tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yes.
They should make a sequel to that, except now every time he goes back and starts the day over, he's just a little bit shorter than the day before. So by the end of it, he's his actual height. Everyone's towering over him, and he beats the aliens. Win-win for everybody.
Mission Impossible 6, shrinkage is real.
The shrinkage.
The shrinkage, that's good. And then the other story is Stanley Tucci has signed on to be in Transformers, whatever number they're up to. Does anybody care?
Not ever watching another Transformers movie.
I say that every time, but the trailers get me, and I end up watching at least part of it.
Yeah, no. I'm not going to mention them, as it is highly controversial, but everyone knows the reason why I don't watch Transformers movies anymore. And, yeah.
Why don't you watch Transformers?
Because of the fucking nigger bots.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I couldn't tell if you were genuinely curious, Jason, or if you intentionally walked into that.
Yeah, I mean, I would
both.
have prodded him if Jason didn't, but
But, I said I wouldn't say it anymore, because everyone gives me looks whenever I say it, but that's the fucking reason I don't like fucking Transformers. It's retarded.
I feel a rant coming.
No,
But
that's
the
it.
robot
I already
in
ranted like
disguise.
80,000 times.
that was the rant. There you go. It's diluted.
I feel bad for Stanley Tucci. I feel bad for whoever else is part of this
Why do you
project.
feel bad for him? He agreed to do it.
Yeah, I know he agreed to do it. I mean, I just feel bad because it's fucking Transformers. It's all fucking super shitty, and I like Stanley Tucci, so I don't want to see him in Transformers movies.
Your
He's
logic
laughing
is
all the way to
sound,
the
sir.
bank.
I said your logic is sound.
I mean, yeah, he's getting paid. I'm not like it's not like they're forcing him to fucking do the movie, but
Here's what you
I'd
do.
Not see him in movies.
Here's what you do. You get Tom Cruise. Every fight between Autobots and Decepticons, he gets a little bit shorter.
No. You get Tom Cruise and you put like a bunch of cardboard on him and just say they're gonna make him into a robot later.
They never do.
And then you don't. He's like running around like
He'd be one of Soundwave's tape decks. He'd be one of Soundwave's cassette tapes. That's what it'd be.
He's like, yeah, just pull the strings, the tape will come out. Like, okay. And they never do anything in post, so it's just him wearing a cardboard suit.
As somebody who really likes Edge of Tomorrow, I really want to see that version of the sequel where he just gets shorter and shorter every time.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed the movie too. I would like to see a really short Tom Cruise. Like even shorter. Like I want someone to break his leg, so like they have to take a couple inches out.
Oh God! You get a chick from Misery to come in, like hobble him.
Was there any video game stuff, or did we cover it?
Battlefield 1 beta. Go play it.
That is rough, dude. I played that game for like 3 minutes because I've been playing Battleborn, so I was like, maybe
Yeah.
I can do this first-person shooter thing. I cannot.
Well, you got to realize that they tried to make it like as true to World War I as they could.
Yeah.
So the guns all suck, and your tank is basically just like a Jeep with sheet metal all over it.
Your player comes already with like trench foot or something, like automatically built in.
You can put a gas mask, which impedes your your vision, and you can't aim, which I didn't realize. It's just kind of funny.
Is there a mustard gas option?
Yes.
Nice.
And you do get horses, so I got my wish. You can
Does
ride
Wonder Woman?
You can trample people with them.
Does Wonder Woman show up
hilarious.
halfway through it?
Oh God, how awesome would that be?
What's that?
Should this Wonder Woman show up halfway through it?
Oh, that would be awesome, but I don't think so.
I want to go back to this Tom Cruise thing for a second. So we watched Tusk for the podcast last week. So if Tom Cruise was the podcasting guy that had been kidnapped by the creepy older guy, would he have had to cut Tom Cruise's legs off in order to fit him into the walrus suit, or would he
No.
have fit in by himself?
he would have just right in.
It
Maybe
would've
he'd
taken
have
a
to cut
lot
off
less
his
time.
feet or something.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, they're
definitely.
just gonna duct tape that shit.
So just remember that, Justin Long. Next time you're in a creepy situation, if only you'd been short like Tom Cruise, you could have.
They might have been able to save you after it was all
Speaking
done.
of that, what was the closest place for yoga hosers to be screened near you guys? Because the closest place for me was like 50 miles away, and I'm like, nah, I'm not driving 50 miles to watch that.
Columbus. They were playing it right. I think the weekend before Comic-Con, they played it at one of the theaters down here. Kevin Smith was actually here for it.
Yeah, we had a screening. I don't think we're getting it, in theaters anywhere close. I haven't even looked. I just assumed it wouldn't be there.
Oh yeah.
Maybe at the Gateway they might have played it.
The Gateway. They're showing it one time a day. They show because I was looking up. I wanted to go see Kickboxer in the theater, and I wanted to see Yoga Hosers in the theater, and both movies were playing in Columbus at one time, 12:30 midnight for both movies.
Did you see Kickboxer in the theater?
No, I rented it on pay-per-view.
Okay,
I
I was
paid
gonna
the
say,
$10, whatever
Because
it
that's
was.
devotion, man.
I wanted to go see it in theater, but no, it would have cost me $20 because I would have taken Tony
Oh shit! I can go see Yoga Hosers today.
at 12:30 midnight, right?
12:45. No, it's actually fucking 10:45.
Oh, there you go. Max is gonna go see Yoga Hosers tonight.
We're holding it to you.
All right, Ryan, I'd like to thank you for being on to the podcast tonight, buddy.
It's been a pleasure.
I really do love this man. I'm so glad that he is on this podcast tonight. He officiated my wedding.
And I can do that for the low price of $2,000.
Yes, he can. He can make your wedding an event. Like,
That is right. Now I understand that those $2,000 seems very expensive. It would only be like $100, but then I would not be wearing pants.
my
The other 1,900 buys you pants.
I had a couple people nervous when they found out that he was doing our wedding, just because he's the guy that used to show his ass to my mom, and
Not what she saw.
Dude.
Pretend like that.
after the wedding was over, like I had members of my like super religious family asking which church Ryan officiated at, because they wanted to check it out, which was the greatest thing ever, because that was one of the things that I kind of wanted to happen. And then too, my mom thought his jokes were so good.
I could start a church.
I would go to Fuzzy's church.
I would go to Fuzzy's church.
Yeah, I could make a lot of money. And so I've been to churches. I've seen them. They have those little offer plate things.
Yeah.
The bucket. Because it looks like you're putting a lot in if it's like a small plate. No, if you have a
Yeah,
bucket,
yeah.
you got to put a lot more in it.
You want to be saved, don't you?
Okay, there's a movie called Germans and Jews.
Isn't that like every single World War II movie?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, but they don't call the movie that.
That was actually the original title for Schindler's List.
Man, Spielberg was lazy.
And there's a movie called The Kingsglaive. It's Final Fantasy 15, starring Sean Bean and Lita Headey.
What?
What?
Yeah, Kingsglaive, Final Fantasy 15.
Where are you finding these movies?
I'm looking at the Gateway Film Center. What's playing today?
You say that, but
Wait,
I really wanna-
Sean Bean and Lita Headey?
Yes.
Huh.
It's got 7% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm calling it. He dies.
He's lived in the last few movies he's been in, though.
Yeah, one of them was Pixels, though. I don't know. So you can say he died inside.
Well, yeah, man, he was in The Martian, and he lived in that. And he was in fucking Jupiter Ascending, and he lived in that.
Yeah, but he's part B in that one, so I wouldn't really call that living.
And just like
Wait, no.
Pixels, he
The other
died
one-
in that movie too.
The other one has
Inside.
sex with her brother, right?
Yes.
I'm only on season 3. I don't know how much extra sex with your brother.
Yes. That is her shame.
Shame.
And that's going to be the highlight of her career.
I mean, she was alright in 300.
Yeah.
I actually really dug her in Judge Dredd.
Yeah, she was a good bad guy there.
Oh, was that the same chick?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
All right,
Very
so
versatile.
next week's podcast we have. Let me get the name of Sean's.
You are so good at your job.
Oh, I am.
You need to pitch them Max's idea first to see if they'll still come on.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna come on. No,
Well,
which we're not
go
gonna
ahead
do
and throw
Max's
it out there
idea.
to see if they're down.
Sean
Otherwise
Forney
we'll be
and
too
Daniel
fast.
Leister are coming on to promote their new project. Sean's a friend of the show. Daniel's first time on the show. It should be a lot of fun. Max still thinks that we're going to do his idea next week. I don't know if we could do that or not. We are still discussing.
If we're not going to do it on 3 Geeks, then we'll do it on.
There will be a podcast of Max's idea, whether it'll be the main podcast or it'll be a group of us doing it afterwards, which I'd really like Ryan to be a part of. You will.
If there's alcohol involved, it's going to get a lot more fun.
Oh, yes, there's going to be alcohol.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be drinking through the main podcast. But yeah, tune in next week. It's gonna be fun. All of us, good night.
Good night.
Bye.